You seen that? I haven't seen that yet.
Thank you all. It is an honor to be here today. So, as much as we like to think of ourselves as self-sufficient islands, our brains are telling us a different story. Humans are wired for connection. Indigenous cultures have long built entire ways of life around interdependence. For most of human history, community wasn't an extra. It was woven into the fabric of being human. But somewhere along the path of progress, particularly in Western cultures, we lost our way. Collectivism was replaced with hyper-independence. Relational interdependence was swapped for individualism. And community care was traded for productivity and hustle. And yet, despite our best efforts to act as if we can function alone, neuroscience keeps reminding us we weren't designed to be alone. Social connection isn't just a luxury, it's baked into the architecture of our brains. One of the more fascinating concepts to emerge from social neuroscience is a social baseline theory, SBT, developed by psychologist Dr. James Cone around 2010. The theory emerged from research into how social proximity, standing next to somebody, holding hands, reduces neural responses to threats. SBT suggests that our brains evolved with the expectation of social connection. For when we have supportive relationships, our cognitive and physiological load is lighter. Tasks feel easier, and challenges feel more manageable. But when we are alone, our brains perceive the world as more dangerous, effortful, and exhausting. This has been demonstrated in multiple studies. In one study, participants were asked to stand next to a hill, and those alone saw it as very steep, and those standing with someone they either knew or didn't know found it a lot less steep. So now we know we are wired for connection. So let's examine what happens when we nurture our connection or our communities. When we engage in acts of kindness, our brains release a cocktail of feel-good chemicals. Endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, flood our system, creating a sense of euphoria similar to that experienced by runners, the runner's high. The release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, reinforces that behavior, making us feel happy and fulfilled. Engaging in regular acts of kindness can reduce the levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which in turn lowers blood pressure and enhances overall heart health. It fosters feelings of connection, promotes trust and bonding, and enhances our social relationships and overall sense of belonging. Alan Lux at Fordham University surveyed 3,300 people who regularly volunteered. 95% reported that they felt great after volunteering. 80% said that they felt that feeling lasting from several hours to many days, and 57% reported that their self-esteem had improved. From this, Dr. Lux coined the phrase, the helper's high. But before we get carried away about how altruistic volunteers are helping others, let us realize caring for others often combines altruism with self-interested motives. Caring is a reciprocal behavior because it enhances the giver's well-being, happiness, and the vital sense of belonging and building community. So in essence, human caring is the glue that creates, maintains, and strengthens connections within a community. So we know now we're wired for connection, and the brain, the design of the brain, motivates us to care for our community, our connections. Let us now move into the concept of Ubuntu, U-B-U-N-T-U, which is the potential of today expanding our sense of and awareness of caring for our community. Ubuntu is a South African term that is interpreted to mean I see you, I see me, and I am because we are. Ubuntu is adapted into a philosophy in post-apartheid South Africa, a place that is still recovering from a long period of political, economic, and cultural turmoil that has left them with highly divided and unequal social systems. The philosophy developed as a way to overcome these tensions plaguing their society. So, by focusing on the humanness of each individual, whether victims or perpetrators, South Africans are coming closer to creating a democratic society. Ubuntu is all about seeing and understanding yourself, appreciating and seeing others more clearly, and seeing the interconnectedness between all people. As individuals, we are all equipped with particular strengths and talents, and though it is natural for us to want to use these for our own self-progression and success, Ubuntu encourages us to use these qualities to better our community. In so doing, we are reaping both personal and community benefits. We do not have to sacrifice personal success for the community's success, but we must strike a balance between the two. At a time when an election has left a divided United States, this serves as an important reminder that we belong to a greater whole. This is Ubuntu, the idea that humanity is based on the plural and not the singular. Ubuntu embraces the idea that humans cannot exist in isolation. We depend on connection, community, and caring. Simply, we cannot be without each other. So in conclusion, and moving forward as individuals, as members of this community, and members of other communities, again, this is all about seeing and understanding yourself, appreciating and seeing others more clearly, and seeing the interconnectedness between all people. It's seeing people as people and not as problems, obstacles, or simply as representatives of the other side. It's believing that people are inherently good and want to do good as well. It means understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and the impact you have on others. If we can't see other people as people, we can't really work well with them effectively. And if we don't know ourselves, we can't work with our strengths or make our best contributions. Ubuntu is crucial for being truly effective human beings and for collaboration and cooperation. I see you, I see me, and I am because we are. Thank you.